All right. Welcome, everyone. Cesar Mascaro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery with our 15 Minutes of Mastery Sunday Recharge Edition, episode number 333. And I hope you're doing well because today we've got a great topic coming on, which is 2025. What are we doing in 2025? How are you prepared? Are you prepared? Are you about to start preparing? Because the time to plan 2025 is now. It's now. And if you hadn't even thought about it, well, we're going to start talking about it because we've started Q4 yesterday, right? We mentioned in our Selling Saturday edition about starting quarter 4 off strong, and we want to get you ready and primed for 2025. And what you do throughout these next 3 months plays into what you have planned, or hopefully will have planned very soon for 2025. And that's why it's so important that you're focused now, but we're working towards planning this out. Tony Robbins writes, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. And that's what we want to do for you, help you turn those goals from invisible to visible. Because here's the thing, okay? Like I mentioned to you yesterday, right now, people are already starting to think about the holidays this year, right? Man, there's some stores that in June are already showing Christmas stuff. I mean, it's crazy what's going on right now, right? And when you're out and about. So that's why we want to make sure we do our part to help you perform at a high level so that you make the most of your career, make the most of your life, and do what you can for yourself, your loved ones, your community, your church, anybody and everybody that you want to help, right? But let me tell you this quick story, okay? So there was always this guy that I look up to, a mentor, that he really just seemed to always be in control. This guy just always was in control, even when bad things happen. I remember that he was talking to me one day, and he was going to have to let go one of his top guys, and he told me very matter of fact, and he's like, it is what it is, and he wasn't being rude, but I mean, there was nothing he could do about it. It was out of his control. It's going to have to happen. And he was going to have to find the replacement for this person. And so that this location would keep rolling at the high volume that it was. And, but just calm, cool, and collected, even in moments of what some would consider, frustration, just something that's not going well. But it's because this guy was always in control. I mean, his everything was planned out, right? And that was one of the things he was always really good about, was setting goals for himself and the exact plan of how that was going to happen. And very, very successful individual. And that's what we want for you. So that's what we're trying to do we're working at here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. We want to bring that to you. We want to make it accessible to you. And that's why I'm coming to you today about planning out for this Sunday recharge. Normally we're kind of chill, low key, right? Hey, Sunday, let's take it easy. Think about the week that was, the week ahead. But right now, man, there's no time for that. It is go time. It is go time. It is time to get rolling into that. We want to make sure that you are getting ready to map out 2025, okay? And not let yourself fall into that holiday mode. And that's the difference between the high performers and everyone else. From here on out, that's what we're going to be talking about. High performers, because that's the mentality we want you to have. That's the actions we want you taking. That's the life we want you living, and the career that you have. That of a high performer. And that means that you're planning ahead and you're taking control of your future, okay? Because, as you know, here in Manufactured Home Sales, it's not just good enough that you get through your day or your month. Hey, how many are you delivering this month? It's not just about that, right? You've got to think long term. Yes, pipelines are unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. And because of that, you need to go even bigger with it. so that it does not affect you when you lose some deals. So you're still on track to hit the high goals. That's why some people are afraid to set high goals for themselves because, oh, well, I don't know what's going to happen with my pipeline. You know what? If you applied yourself, you were disciplined, you were able to manage your time, you worked effectively, you wouldn't have to worry about those things, right? Because you're going to have more than enough. But anyways, my question to you is, what are you going to do different in 2025 than you did in 2024? How did you hit your goals? How well were you in, or have you been in line with 2024 for your goals? Because I know that the majority of housing consultants, community managers out there, they don't hit their goals. Okay, there's few and far between. All right, and I don't mean that with any disrespect. I'm just being honest. We have to be aware. We have to be clear and honest with ourselves of where we're at, and that's just the reality, right? So my question: how is it going to be different in 2025? How are you going to gain control of your time, of your business, right, of your life, so that you can operate at a high level and accomplish the goals that you're after? How are you going to do that if you don't have a clear plan? Okay, so what the one thing we don't want you to do is write some goals down on paper that sound sexy, that are exciting, but then by the middle of January, you've given up. Yeah, you're off track, you lost focus, you're not even thinking you're gonna be able to get it done, right? Because that's not how high performers operate. And we are working with you to turn you into a high performer, right? Because that's going to help you outside of the office as well, in your personal life, with your family, with everyone. You, my friends, have a responsibility to be an example to everyone around you. And we want everyone in this industry to operate at a high level, to be high performers, right? So high performers, they're not just setting goals, they're designing a roadmap. It's a roadmap to reach their goals day in, day out. And that's what we want for you, right? Because here's the thing. When it comes to high performers, which you are, right? Or we're going to turn you into a high performer. We know that success doesn't just happen. We have to make it happen. You have to be intentional. You keep hearing me talk about intentionality and purpose. We're working with intention, walking with intention, talking with intention, with purpose. If you act with purpose, you're going to live in prosperity. That's something, a quote that I came up with, man, over a decade ago, I think. Okay. And so it's not just about dominating this quarter four for 2024. It's about setting yourself up for a great 2025, the whole year, not just the first quarter of it, the whole year, right? And that means as a high performer, you already have the plans in motion. And that's why we're going to start working at that now, to plan that out. You're not working on it the week of Christmas or a couple of days before New Year's or maybe on New Year's because after you woke up, and groggy and whatnot. I got to work on my goals. No, we're going to do that. We're going to do it now, right? Because as high performers, you understand that in order to achieve massive success in 2025, you're going to have to take control of your time. You're going to have to take control of your business and your life now, not in January. Okay. That's how we dominate. And so with that being said, we've got your top 5 ways, right, to dominate in 2025 that are going to run across or run over, consider with you right now. First and foremost, obviously it's about planning right now. We want to make sure that you're starting to plan now, because most the high performers, they begin their business planning for the next year right now, before the year ends in this last quarter. We're not waiting, like I said, until the end of December or middle December. We're going to start working on it now. This gives you a head start, and you're able to get that clear path for January. The next thing is we're setting purpose-driven goals, because those are the kinds of goals that will pull you, especially will pull you across when the obstacles come, because everyone has those days, those weeks, man, heck, sometimes those months, right? Those things that come across, knock you off track. You weren't expecting them. Everyone does, even high performers. Believe me, the Jeff Bezos of the world. Jeff Bezos, I know for a fact, has got some bad times that he has to deal with. Everyone does. But when you have purpose driven goals, they pull you through, right? And so that helps you stay on track, stay focused, and or get back on track quicker than what most people do, right? Somebody, they get knocked on their butt for whatever reason in whatever way, and they lose focus, and they can never get back on track. Purpose driven goals is what you got to set, right? Now, committing to time management. We've been on that this whole past week. It's going to be something that is going to be part of our curriculum from here on out with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Any program, we're putting special programs together for it, just for that. We're working on some other things that I'm hoping to have by, if not the end of the first quarter 2025, second quarter, that's going to be specific for you in the manufactured home industry to help you with time management. But you got to take control of your time. You got to learn how to structure your day. You got to learn how to maximize your week and every moment that you've got in it. So committing to time management, huge to have a great 2025. Obviously, referencing what we were just talking about, you got to develop mental toughness, because there will be those moments where life comes at you, right? Whether it's you directly or through a family member or a friend or something that goes on, there will always be something that goes wrong that you are going to have to push through those challenges that you got to deal with. And so you've got to build that resilience to be able to handle the rejection, not only just the rejection that comes in the business already, but everything else that life throws at you. Okay, so developing mental toughness. And lastly, investing in continuous learning, because the more you learn, the more you feed your mind, the more you continue to improve, the more confident you are, and the better you are at dealing with those problems when they do show up, when they do come across. Heck, when it happens to somebody else, and so Joe Blow doesn't affect your attitude at the office, and you can help him work through those things because you are prepared to be able to deal with that, and you can give him that boost so that he's not infecting the vibe at your office. So you've got to continue to improve, you got to continue to learn, you got to continue to grow so that you can have a great 2025. So with that being said, as you start to plan 2025, we want you to start writing stuff down right now. What is it you're after? Some dollar figures, things of that nature, right? But I do want to let you know this. Got a special announcement for you, okay? November 18th and 19th, it's a Monday and Tuesday, we are having our second annual Path to Mastery. Okay, it's the 2025 Path to Mastery. It's a 2-day event, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, both of those days. And it's our business planning and goal setting event. Second annual, we did this last year. We worked with a few folks. I think this year we'll have quite a bit more because we've made more of an impact throughout this past year. And we are going to work with you on all of these things and getting them in place and coming up with a master plan to make 2025 your best year yet, from time management to personal development, professional development, to continuous learning and improvement within your career, and the obvious goal setting based on purpose, your purpose, what you're trying to get accomplished. This is going to be catered specifically and very, very intentional so that you can make sure that these goals and this plan is what's going to help you dominate in 2025. And you're going to be in control of your business, you're going to be in control of your life, and you're going to take your career to that proverbial next level that we're always talking about, to an elite level. But November 18th and 19th is when we're going to have it. We're about to launch the page online for you to get registered on that. Okay. Normal price can be $225, but we've got something special coming up as we launch it. The quicker you get signed up, the more you're going to save. And we want to see each and every one of you. We want you to share the word, get it out there so that everyone within this industry, and heck, man, they don't have to be in manufactured home sales. What they're going to learn those 2 days is going to help them in any line of work that they do. And even if students, it doesn't matter, because it's something that they'll be able to apply to their school. It's it's going to benefit everyone. I'm super excited. We're going to have some special guests that are going to be pitching in on this thing. All of it to help you take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. So I cannot wait. November 18th and 19th. Don't forget, that's when we're going to have the 2025 Path to Mastery, our business planning and goal setting event just for you. It'll be online 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central, both of those days, November 18th, 19th. Get ready, and so that you can be a part of it and you can see what happens, the difference between 2025 to any other year that you've had up until now, because that's what we're here to help you do. You guys have a great Sunday. All right. Look forward to you being a part of our Path to Mastery, 2025 Path to Mastery. But right now, go start taking control. My friends, we'll talk soon. We'll see you tomorrow on another edition of 15 Minutes of Mastery. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.